This channel is brought to you by Double Six. I'm a rich, wealthy, 6'2" black, red pill Sigma man from South London. On this channel I discuss money, cars, women and children. These are the topics that dominate all men's lives. I'm an authority on these topics and I want to share my stories and expertise with you. In my first series of videos, I spoke to you about mastering the keys to personal success. One of my keynote videos was mastering your dark side. But as you explore more of these topics on how to achieve personal success, I start to thrash out more and more competencies required to be a success. In this video, I'm going to give you 10 tricks and tips on detecting and navigating betrayal in your life. I create these videos to help people become more deadly and more dangerous and achieve personal success. But in order to do this, you have to be able to detect people who are likely to betray you or people who are imminently going to betray you. So let's get into this and I'll catch you on the flip side. So, to live is to suffer. Life is a battle for territory. The worst sickness in life is worry. I always say this. The worst disease a human can suffer is bad mind. And the deadliest wound you can ever suffer is betrayal. There is nothing more psychologically devastating than having someone you loved, cared about, trusted with your life and would have died for, use that trust against you to stab you in the back. Especially to stab you in the back for their own personal gain. Let me tell you, if you are not capable of detecting betrayal, then you will absolutely be a victim of somebody who plans to betray you. In this video, I'm gonna focus on the dirty personality traits of people who are most likely to betray you. So let's get into this on the next side. There is no human act on God's green earth more devastating than betrayal. Some people are in such an utter darkness that they will burn you just to see the light. It's very, very difficult to try not to take it personally. I don't even know if you cannot take betrayal personally. It's just too rough an experience. In my first video on how to detect betrayal, which I will link to in the description, I explored a few concepts. One of them was you have to accept that you are complicit in your own betrayal. You just have to be. You have to take some responsibility for the pain that you end up feeling. Gut-wrenching as betrayal is, a varying degree of responsibility for your own betrayal falls upon you. You had to have had joint venture in your own betrayal. For there to be betrayal, there would had to have first been trust. It doesn't make it right, but I'm just accurate. The fact that you trust the people that betray you doesn't necessarily make you a bad judge of character. Darkness is more integral to the betrayer than the betrayed. It's hard to tell who has your back these days from who has it long enough, just long enough to stab you in it. I always say you can trust people for a period of time, but very few people can you trust for prolonged periods of time or till the end of days. So, how do we unpack that type of thinking? On the journey of your betrayal, did you trust when you shouldn't have trusted? Maybe I'll do another video on the topic of how to detect untrustworthy people. Maybe that's something I'll explore further down the line. But you need to step back and ask yourself, how did I participate in my own betrayal? So you can mitigate this from recurring in the future. Or if you are not yet betrayed, who around me is most likely to betray me and over what time frame? Let's explore the emotions of betrayal and we'll keep it simple. People don't feel betrayed. Betrayal is an action. You are betrayed. You feel like ish. You feel angry, sad, disappointed, depressed. But betrayal is an act against you. It's not a feeling. So you have to start to calibrate your response. If betrayal is an action, then it's far easier to guard against a person taking an action against you rather than having a feeling towards you. It is more shameful to distrust our friends than to be deceived by them. So we kind of leave ourselves open to betrayal. I want you to stay tuned towards the end of this video where I give you one killer tip on how to detect betrayal. But let's untangle this thinking a little bit deeper. If you want to share some instances where you've been betrayed, please share these in the comment section below. I'm creating this content to help you, but I can also learn from others too. So engage with me where possible to share the knowledge that you have. But stay tuned to the end of this video where I'll give you a killer tip on how to identify the traits of people who are likely to betray you. Before I hit you with more science, let me take some time to big up the sponsors. Let me interrupt this important information to take some time to big up the channel sponsor Cashapp Shipping. Cashapp Shipping is a London-based freight forwarding service that exports personal effects, household goods, vehicles and machinery to all major islands of the Eastern Caribbean, including Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, just to name a few. They have a fantastic online booking service for collections and deliveries within the London area, so check out Cashapp Shipping Services. The link will be in the description below. To the script. Have you ever been betrayed? Have you wished you could see it coming? I'm telling you, I've been betrayed 3 times in my life that I can recall. Once, I saw it coming, and twice, I didn't see it coming. In all 3 instances, I was left feeling weak at the knees and sick to my stomach. Betrayal hurts so much because it destroys trust. It causes you to feel exposed and vulnerable. Betrayal is easy to miss if you don't know what to look for. So I wanted to make this video to help you detect and avoid betrayal in your life. Betrayal is a bitter experience. Betrayal is the sense of being harmed by the intentional actions or omissions of a trusted person. I'm all for the rise above, but unless you have actually experienced severe loss from betrayal, you really don't know what it feels like at all. We can talk tough, but true betrayal is beyond evil and extremely damaging psychologically. I have been betrayed in this way, and I can step up to the altar and testify. It was the worst wound that I ever suffered in my life. I measure this by the time it takes to recover from the action. Betrayal in my life has taken the longest time to heal from all of the physical and emotional distress I've suffered in my life. I'm gonna take you through some levels of thinking, and we'll explore the traits to look out for in people we identify that are more likely than not to betray us. In my previous video, How to Detect Betrayal, which I'll link to in the description below, I explored with you the following concepts. Number 1 was the types of people to betray you. They were parceled into groups of people close to you and people who are not close to you. I further broke down the types of people with the highest ability to betray you into 3 smaller groups of people. These were: number 1, betrayal from a spouse. Nice and obvious. Number 2, betrayal from your children, parents, brother, sister, a sibling. Number 3 was betrayal from close friends, associates, and enemies. We explored item 3, and I stated that I will create another video on items 1 and 2, betrayal from your spouse and your children. The second high-level concept I explored was number 2, the betrayal triangle. This tool should be used to analyze and put persons into categories likely to betray you. I identified 3 groups and how to categorize them. These were: number 1, the impossibility group; number 2, the least possible group; and number 3, the highest risk group of people likely to betray you. If you haven't seen this video before, I encourage you to go back. Maybe I'll try and link to it in the cards. Yeah, I'll see if I can get that bit of YouTube working, and you watch that video first, and you can look at the betrayal triangle first and the types of people that are most likely to betray you and the categories we fit them into. So let's untangle this a little bit more. At a high level, I've identified 10 traits of people that are most likely than not to be the persons that, if you are betrayed, these people will be the Judases in your camp. I'm going to set out the warning signs that ooze from people, even in silence, that they may be more likely than not getting ready to betray you. Firstly, you must trust this person. If you do not trust them deeply, then they cannot betray you. It's just that simple. So ignore the following traits that I'm about to show you from people who you do not trust, because trust is the secret secret ingredient of betrayal. So watch the few 1 to 3, shouldn't be no more than 1 to 3 people around you that you trust deeply, and try to monitor the following 10 traits in these people. Number 1, they create physical distance. Number 2, their social media behavior changes. Number 3, they emotionally withdraw from the relationship. Number 4, they act out of character. Number 5, they tell small lies. Number 6, they present inattentive listening. Number 7, the person becomes envious. Number 8, I got it. Number 8, their circle of friends or enemies change. Number 9, they manipulate you. And number 10, they spill your secrets. So let's get into these 10 traits of persons most likely to betray you a little deeper. Number 1, they create physical distance. They pull away from you, spend less time with you, avoid being in your physical presence. They have already withdrawn from their relationship with you in preparation to how you will react when you figure out they have betrayed you. Actions speak louder than words. So by observing subtle changes in a person's behavior, you can be interpreting another type of language to detect betrayal. Number 2, their social media behavior changes. They block you on social media. Without any real explanation, you just see the little grey WhatsApp icon come up when this time you used to see their profile picture. If you approach them, watch what they say. The classic is, my phone's not working properly, and they take no ownership of the issue as to why they've blocked you on socials. They take long or stop responding to messages. This is another classic. They remove the blue double tick of the WhatsApp account so you can't even see if they read your messages. You have to look for the subtle changes in their social media behavior. They start to guard their phone, especially when they didn't in the past. If they were free with their phone in the past, and now they start to guard their phone, these are the subtle changes that you have to look for. I have a privacy screen on my phone. I recommend you get one. I'll put a link to one in the description below. Number 3, they emotionally withdraw from the relationship. They purposely exclude you from events such as family events or social network events. They could be doing this to create the space necessary to try and manipulate your friends and enemies that are close to you in order to prepare to betray you. Number 4, they act out of character. The person don't act like themselves. Their behavior changes. The person becomes too nice. The words that come out of their mouth become so nice that they start to drip like honey to backside. Doing things they normally wouldn't do for you. Buying things they normally wouldn't buy for you. Here's an example. Imminently, before I was aware, my son's mother was betraying me. She gave me the most sex I've ever seen, in our relationship. She was giving me the most sex. It was so damn obvious that her behavior changed. And 2 months later, she stuck the proverbial knife in my back and twisted it. She was trying to give me so much sex that I would never think that a woman who's giving me this much loving would ever betray me. Or maybe she knew that in a few months we'd never be sleeping together ever again, so maybe she just wanted to get a surplus of, loving before she set fire to our relationship. Who knows? Whatever the truth, her change in behavior was palpable and transparent. So you have to have your eyes open. Number 5, they start to tell small lies. Telling small lies is a stepping stone to tell larger lies and greater deceit with increased consequences to those of the people that lie to you. If they were usually honest in the past and now they look in your eyes and lie to your face, they don't rate you again. They could be preparing to betray you. So now they are prepared to live their life without you because betrayal is on the horizon. A genuinely honest person wouldn't lie, especially lie to you because they understand that trust and honest communication is integral, if they value a relationship with you. Number 6, they present inattentive listening. They're not interested in what you have to say again. In their opinion, your end is close to hand. They start to tune out. But be careful. You could be dealing with someone who is only interested in themselves, and you shouldn't have these people around you anyways. So watch out for inattentive listening. Number 7, a person becomes envious. You know the difference between jealousy and envy? Read people's emotions and try to identify if they are either jealous or envious. I'm gonna make a video on jealousy and envy, so look out for this soon on this channel. But for now, let's keep this at high level. If a person is jealous over your things, this is not bad, because if God can be a jealous God, then you too can be jealous. Turn to the scripture. Exodus 25 states, "You shall not bow down to them," which means other gods, "or serve them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God." As I say, I will deal with this in more detail. The emotion you have to really watch out for in order to detect betrayal is the emotion of envy. Guard your life with all your energy and watch out for envious people around you. They will most certainly betray you as soon as the risk of striking with an acceptable level of repercussions arises. For those of you in the cheap seats, how do I advise you to detect and root out envious people? Well, here's a tip for you. Envious people are constantly watching the person they envy. They literally focus on you. Also, they get others involved and use them to spy on you and watch you. Be careful of the persons around you that ask too many damn questions. They don't mind their own business. Watchy people. They could be studying you to find the safest way for them to betray you. Punks. Number 8. I always find it difficult to make an 8. Their circle of friends or enemies change. See if their circle of friends or enemies change. There's an adage, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Well, if my friend starts to become friends with my enemy, then watch out for this person. They could be preparing to join forces to betray you. Number 9, they manipulate you. They try to manipulate you. I came across this term when I was battling social services for access to my children, and it's called gaslighting. This manipulative tactic is caused to get you to start doubting yourself, so you can't see the truth within the lies. They either pass blame or playing the victim. People who are trustworthy don't try to manipulate you, so watch out for that. Number 10, they spill your secrets. They gossip about you or spread rumors, talk behind your back, leak your private information. This gives them power over you, a sign that they're likely to betray you. If you want to share some instances where you've been betrayed, please share these in the comment section below. I'm creating the content to help you, but I can also learn from others too. So engage with me where possible to share the knowledge that you have. Hit the like button to boost the channel ratings and smash that subscribe button to be notified of powerful new content to promote success, well-being and financial freedom. Here's my killer tip on detecting betrayal in your life. An honest enemy is better than a false friend. That's my killer tip. No one can betray you without your consent. Let that sink in. When someone's words don't match their actions, that person is untrustworthy. Never ignore when someone's actions indicate a lack of loyalty or trustworthiness to you. People who betray you render evil in exchange for good. Look for the subtle changes as well as larger changes within people when you are trying to identify people who are more likely than not to betray you. Watch these people with the cold-blooded eyes of a snake. To summarize this video, follow your gut feeling. There is a thin line between a gut feeling and insecurity. That something is not quite right. Instinct is a protective nature for a reason, like your spider sense. At a high level, I've identified 10 traits of people that are more likely than not to be persons that if they are going to betray you, they would be most likely the Judases in your camp, and they will most likely betray you. And they were these. Number 1, they create physical distance. Number 2, they change their social media behavior. Number 3, they emotionally withdraw from the relationship. Number 4, they act out of character. The person just doesn't act themselves. Their behavior changes. Number 5, they start to tell small lies. Number 6, they present inattentive listening. Number 7, the person becomes envious. Watch out for envious people. Number 8, their circle of friends or enemies change. Number 9, they try to manipulate you. And number 10, they start to spill your secrets. So remember, if you think this video will be useful to your friends and family, please don't hesitate to share it. After all, I create the content to help people, so you can help me by helping others by simply sharing the videos with like-minded people. I'm Double Six. I'm rich, wealthy, 6'2", black, red pill Sigma man from South London. On this channel, I discuss money, cars, women and children. These are the topics that dominate all men's lives. I'm an authority on these topics and I want to share my stories and expertise with you. Hit the like button to boost that channel ratings and smash that subscribe button to be identified of powerful new content to promote success, well-being and financial freedom. Look out for the next video on how to detect and navigate betrayal in your life from a spouse or from children. I'll catch you on the next one. Little more.